Hi friends, this is Selvajan here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing good. And today the topic I am going to discuss about QoS classification. So what is the classification? Classification defines how the traffic is classified and organized into groups. So what is QoS? QoS, the purpose of QoS to prioritize the traffic, right? So prior to that, first I have to classify the traffic. So we can transport several type of traffic over a link, right? It can be a TCP traffic, UDP traffic, and voice or video traffic. So first thing I need to classify the traffic into different groups. That is the way I have to organize the traffic. Then I have to perform the marking. So why we have to do a marking? To prioritize the traffic. So that is the level of treatment we are giving for each and every traffic. So assume there are voice and video traffic. First thing I want to prioritize the voice traffic. So then I have to specify the marking on that voice packet. So that is the purpose of classification and marking. And this video, let us see how to configure the classification. So let us now define the traffic classification. So there are three steps involved. First is a class map. So what is a class map? So class map defines how the traffic is classified and organized into group. And the second step is policy map. So policy map is used to define the level of service for that class, right? So what is the level of treatment we are going to define the traffic, and what is the way we are going to prioritize the traffic? So that is done using the policy map. And after that, I am going to apply that policy to the specific interface. So these are the three steps involved in the QoS classification. So let us go one by one. So this is a config router R1 and R2 I created. So I already defined the directly connect interfaces on R1 and R2. So first thing, let us go to R2 and let us create the class map. So let us go one by one. Go to the configuration mode. So let us create the class map telnet. So let us create a telnet traffic first. So telnet, right? Class map is, let us make it as telnet. So then let us do match access group name. Access group name. So let us create the access list for the telnet, right? Make it as telnet. So then after that, we'll create a access list. Go to the configuration mode, IP access list extender telnet. So I'm going to allow the access list permit. So let us make it as permit TCP. So telnet works in TCP protocol, right? So do permit TCP any equivalent telnet. Okay. So I have created the class map. Class map is for organizing the traffic into different groups. So first we have created the group name telnet. So then I'm going to map to this policy map. So let us now create a policy map. Go to policy map and let us create the name. Any name you can give. Let us make this for police. Then let us map the class name. So what is the class name we have created as telnet, right? So that name you have to give here, class telnet. Okay. So after this, okay. So the class name is wrong, right? So we have to create telnet. This is the name we have created. So after that, so I have done a class map. Then I have created the policy map. After that, I'm going to apply to this interface. How to do that? Go to R2, go to the configuration mode and go to this corresponding interface. Interface fast ethernet 1 by 0, and we have to create a command called service policy. Service policy input. Then we have to give the police name, POLIS. This is the policy name we have created, right? So after doing this, then what I'm going to do, I am going to configure the telnet traffic. So how to do configure the telnet? That's the basic thing. We have to create the line VTY command, right? So first I have to create this telnet thing. Then I am going to allow R1 to access this R2 through telnet, right? So that then only we can see the traffic flow. So now let us see how to check the traffic flow. Show policy map. Show policy map interface. Then check fast ethernet 1 by 0. Fast ethernet 1 by 0. So now you can't see any packets flow because there is no packets and 0 bytes. Why? Because I have not initiated any traffic from R1 to R2. So first what we can do, let us create the command for telnet. Then let us allow from R1 to access R2 via telnet, right? So let us go to R2, go to the configuration mode, line VTY04, password, let us make it as Cisco login, right? So then let us create the username and password. So username, let us make it as Cisco. Password is Cisco. Then we'll create the enable secret password. So these are the things why I'm creating means that is the way I have to make R1 to access R2 via telnet traffic. Then we can see the traffic flow in R2, right? So enable password Cisco. Okay. So let us also enable secret Cisco. So that is fine. So now what I'm going to do, let us now initiate the traffic from R1 to R2, right? So go here, do a telnet 192.168.1. So it is asking for the password. Password, make it a Cisco. Then enable password also we have done as Cisco. So now we are able to successfully telnet from R1 to R2. So now I'm going to see the traffic in R2. So let us go to R2 and let us do a show policy map interface fast Ethernet 1/0. So now you can see the packets. Why? Because I initiated the traffic from R1 to R2. So now you can see the number of packets and the number of bytes, right? So this is the class map and the service policy name is POLIS policy. So this same thing I applied to the interface. So I have done the 3 steps. First, I have done the classification using the class map. Then we have to apply a policy map. Then we have to map this class name to the policy map. So why policy map is used to define the level of classification. So what is the type of service I am going to assign is the policy map. Once that is done, I have to assign to the interface. So in this video, I have not done any marking. So in the next coming video, I'm going to show how to perform the marking, right? So these are the things, key points I have done. So now let us do another traffic. Let us now create a class map for ICMP. So go to configuration mode, class map. Let us create class map. Let us make it as ICMP and the match protocol. So let us make match protocol as ICMP. After that, let us create another policy name. So the policy map name is, let us make it as POLIS policy 1. Okay. So then let us map the class name. Class name is ICMP, right? ICMP. So now let us go to the interface and let us remove that policy, previous policy. Then I'm going to assign this new policy. Go to the configuration mode, interface, fast Ethernet 1/0, no service policy input policy, and let us make this policy 1, right? So now let us view the policy. Show policy map interface fast Ethernet 1/0. So what is it is showing the class map ICMP and the corresponding policy 1. So now what I'm going to do, let us create the ICMP traffic from R1 to R2. So I'm just going to ping from R1 to this R2 interface. So this I have created 192.168.1.1 and 1.2. So let us ping the router interface. Go to R1, ping 192.168.1.2. Let us make it packet types 50. So we are able to see the continuous ping. So now you can see the traffic flow. So now you are able to see, right, there is 50 packets and 5700 bytes. So this is matching the ICMP traffic. So this is the way we can classify the different type. If you want to classify any voice traffic also, you can do. That is a way of performing classification. So that is a prior step for QoS classification. First thing, it will classify the traffic group. Then we'll identify the level of service. So that is a level of treatment for each and every traffic. So if I want to prioritize any voice and video traffic, then I can do a classification. Then we have to do the marking. So once that is done, I have to apply to the interface. So these are the key steps. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Thank you.